Welcome back, everybody, to the second installment of Dragon Age Inquisition. I hope you all enjoyed the first installment, and we are going to carry on figuring out what these rifts, these breaches are about, why we have this power into our hands, and also figure out what our vision was about when we were with Justina. Let's do this. It's pretty basic. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing, pulse over fast, not responsive, pupils dilated. Mage says his scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here just in case. Cool beans. Cool. Oh, jeez. What the heck? This is all for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. One sec. Gotta go see if I can steal stuff from somebody else. Does not look that way.
That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when he came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over him.
Hello, anybody here? Anything I can take? Nope, nothing? Okay.
Why did Lady Cassandra?
Sick of it.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak.
I guess I'll go speak with Seeker Cassandra.
That's him. He stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
Ooh, something to read. Patient observations, day 3. Less thrashing, some response to stimulus. Vitals seem solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save his life. Will they just execute him? We'll inform Lady Cassandra I expect him to wake before the morn.
Still a lot of rifts left all over. Good luck sealing those rifts.
Can't get through.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
So where's my parade?
Says that the country wants nothing to do with us.
A chant for the departed. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. As the moth sees light and goes toward the flame, she should see fire and go towards the light. The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her sword. The Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked into twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Devinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the desperate and disparate and even ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationships of dreamers to the Fade is complex, even when entertaining the Fade through the use of lyrium. Mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirit is that they have neither an imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no ambition than to taste life. Interesting. I didn't realize this was study session.
He should be taken to Valroyo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The elf failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, he intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
And my duty is to that booty.
Chain him! I want him prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
Hero.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Zeros. Free boy. Oh, where's my dice? Can you pass me my dice, please? D12. A 3, first one. I did what I could.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care,
Suck an
Chancellor.
egg, dude.
The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
You, and many others.
but not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent him to us in our darkest hour.
Ooh. Gonna be a D20 on this one. A 3. So 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, so okay. Are you sure?
You really think your maker would send someone like me?
The Maker does as he wills. It is not for me to say.
Even if that means a Dalish elf is his chosen.
Humans are not the only people with an interest in the fate of the world.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers.
Oh, he didn't
and
like me
now
being his
no
bone.
Chantry support.
Only
But we
mom
have
can do
no
it.
choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
You're trying to start a holy war
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
Well, let's see. A 10.
We'll see how this goes.
That is all we ask.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
That was cute, guys. This is cute.
Does it trouble you?
I wish I could get rid of it.
We have need of it yet.
So you've mentioned.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist.
It's the dice lady. It's not me.
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atisham.
You speak Elven.
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
She could be my master. Did you see her? She's the redhead.
Oh, of course, the redhead.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must
Her.
approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Can't you simply ignore them?
If only that were possible. Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Mother Giselle was last seen in the hinterlands outside Redcliffe, tending refugees who fled the fight between renegade Templars and apostate mages. The latest report suggests that the vicious struggle between the two groups has spread to the hinterlands, catching the refugees and Mother Giselle in the middle. It is vital to protect her and, if possible, restore order to the area. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses to leave the refugees until we've ensured their safety. That will be hard to do without troops to push the apostates and the Templars out of the area. Commander Cullen asked me to make inquiries of Master Dennett, a retired horse master of Redcliffe, who lives in the area. We tried to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting.
Herald of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Kill that warrior!
Foes, we are not apostates.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
One down!
Nice. Kill 'em all!
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Damn.
Be ready. More coming our
Nicely
way.
done, team. Where? Oh, there.
Kill that warrior!
We are victorious once more.
Yeah, we are. Didn't even break a sweat. But I bet you broke a sweat because you were so hot bothered by how much he was doing.
Those are redhead. That's your area.
You're not wrong.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle,
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the...
I'm told you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
But don't you stand with the rest of the Chantry?
With no divine, We are each left to our own conscience, and mine tells me this. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
They should be afraid. Very afraid.
They want to execute me, and you think I should just walk up to them?
You are no longer alone. They cannot imprison or attack you.
They could try.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
So I show up, say hello, show them the mark on my hand.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven, and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Nice. She totally wants me. Old lady wants me. Old religious lady wants me.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
And how much did you need? Are you sure?
You know.
Right. That's why. Well, let me know if you find one. You all right, sir?
Of course.
Long day. Good day to you.
More cold weather coming. Where are their coats?
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
You really spend most of your time in the Fade?
As much as is possible. The Fade contains a wealth of knowledge for those who know where to look.
Sure, but I don't know how you dream, let alone wander around in there. Especially when the shit that comes out of the Fade generally seems pretty cranky.
So are humans, but we continue to interact with them when we must.
What's with the skull?
The skull illuminates certain objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
Of course, it had to be a skull that lights up creepy shit.
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
The Templars aren't looking any better here.
only restore order by securing an alliance.
Nice. Taking back Fort Connor. It's all mine.
Interesting. I cannot say what it is, but there must be a reason the skull illuminated the object. Already?
There's almost no mention of your part in the tale of the champion, Varric.
I don't want to bore people.
You don't want to incriminate yourself, you mean?
Oh, same thing, really.
Another one of those shield dudes. mostly dead guys. Good job. Solid effort.
Perhaps the Inquisition could determine the nature of these objects.
Alright, where am I going? Ooh. Nice. That looks like a camp. It's up by Fort Connor, so it's out here somewhere. That looks like it's it. Good job, guys. Take everything. So is that what we were meant to do? Okay, we're gonna claim this. That's ours now. Locate the template. Oh, there we go. There's some more. Come on, guys. Keep it up. Come on. Not sure why I went invisible. I didn't need to. Need like a stealth bonus for going invisible. There we go. So, okay. Done that. We've taken out these two encampments. What am I missing? Oops. That's just a reagent. Grab that iron. Oh, there we go.
The Templars have secured a position ahead.
Sweet. Doing okay. Oh, that was a waste. Okay, let's go here. 3 more. Up here anyways. Good job. Good job. Okay. Deal with the Templars. That is what I am doing. Ooh, big boy. So dude didn't even stand a chance. He's just getting hammered. Nice. When not in a dungeon, you can use the quest map to travel to distant locations. Press options in the quest map in the hero menu. Press triangle from the quest map. Okay.
The refugees should have a safer time on the King's Road now.
We must still deal with the apostates, however.
Power +2. Alright, let's head into the war room.
O Creator, see me kneel, for I walk only where you bid me.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Oh boy, Colin, you got your hands full.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You?
How are my
Random
blades
clerics who
affixed to
weren't
me?
important enough to be at the conclave.
They're
The
literally
Rebel
just like
Inquisition
resting
and
against
its
me, it looks
so-called
like.
Herald of Andraste? I think not.
That's some magic shit right there. Ooh. Hey, Google. Roll me a d12.
You rolled 10.
Nice. I don't have my dice near me, so Google's going to do the work for me.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Hey, Google. Roll me a d12.
It's 12.
Okay.
Well, let's hope we find solutions and not a cathedral full of chancellors.
The stuff of nightmares.
Mark, if you will. I'm certain the Maker is less amused.
I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Okay. Well, let's go do our political due diligence.
You built for them the golden city. The
Searching the nave wishes to verify that the affection.
Summon the council. You now have access to missions. Missions operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Some missions have a preferred type, which result in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. Cool.
Chancellor Roderick came to speak with me. Could you try
Power level
not to
8
antagonize
required. This one's available.
If I offend the man so easily, perhaps he should.
Up until
try
now,
leading
Inquisition
me.
forces have had the benefit of Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. Trading in favors with merchants and nobility is my specialty. It could earn us a great deal if we're careful. So if that's Josephine, she wants to do kind of a, I guess, a political, without any bloodshed, so to speak, maneuvers. Liliana, it would be a simple matter to collect secrets and sell them, with nothing traceable back to the Inquisition. Ooh, that's kind of up my alley, too. I like that. We have soldiers. Let them protect caravans and do other honest work for coin. But do I want to give up the soldiers? But if we protect, that's a good way to get our name out. We're going to give Colin the opportunity here.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's good. What else? Scout the Storm Coast. The Wardens are reclusive, but not untraceable. If there are signs of their pasture on the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Okay. Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Rector. Not now. Address the nobleman's concerns. Herald. Your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason and darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my land. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them. Filthy savages tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated by the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Praise the light, Lord Kildarn of Ferelden. So Josephine, yes, Lord Kildarn, a pariah even among his peers. Let us send a polite refusal and nothing more. Liliana, we can take advantage of his ravings. My spies can harass the refugees into moving elsewhere, to win Lord Kildarn's favor. I think we are going to just refuse this one.
Let us begin.
Clan Lavalin offers greetings to the Inquisition and wishes it well in sealing the breach that has opened in the sky. While some Dalish clans hate humans and wish nothing to do with them, Clan Lavalin has always dealt fairly with all and wished only for peace. That said, we have on occasion been forced to defend ourselves from those who saw us as only potential victims. It has come to our attention that a member of our clan is being held captive by your Inquisition. He went to the Conclave only to observe the peace talks between your mages and the Templars, and we find it highly unlikely that he has intentionally violated your customs. If he's been charged with a crime, we would appreciate hearing of it. If not, it would ease our concerns to hear from him to know that he remains with the Inquisition of his own will. We await your reply. Sure, Liliana, take that.
Let's see what we have.